What is one of the biggest causes of fear as an investor? And honestly, this conversation could apply to entrepreneurs, humans. Fear is widespread, it's all over the place. But what causes fear? If you have felt fear, or you've wondered what caused it, or you kind of know what causes it, hit that like button. I guarantee we've probably all been there, done that. So let's talk about fear. As an investor, I'm going to use being an investor as a vehicle for this conversation. If I were to narrow the list down, I mean, there's a million things that could cause fear if we really think about it. But I think if I really narrow that list down to one thing, I would say that it's more or less aiming for a bullseye with a blindfold on. Like, I can't tell you the correlation between how fearful people are and how they don't necessarily have the education or the knowledge to have a better hold on what they're doing. Of course, that's going to bring fear into the equation because you don't know what you're doing and you don't know what's potentially going to happen to you. So, my thought is take that blindfold off. Instead of throwing darts at a bullseye with a blindfold and you're just kind of spinning around, just hoping to God it lands, take the blindfold off. So, what does that look like? In my mind, knowing this is the problem, aiming for the bullseye with a blindfold on, I think there are two ways to really dissipate fear. Number one, education. That's that taking that blindfold off part. Is the more you know. If you have a solid handle on, let's say you pick rental properties or flipping as an investing strategy, the more you know on that topic, the more control you're going to have over your own experience. Because when you don't know things, you're relying on other people and you're relying on luck. Personally, both of those things can be really helpful, but I would never want to rely or set my assumptions based on those two things because why? They're not super reliable. How do you know who you can trust? Is even the most trustworthy person, are they going to say the right thing? And luck, good luck. So, education. You want to be independent in this industry. You want to bring in team members, but intellectual wise, you want to be independent and be able to make your own decisions and know why you're making those decisions. And the only way that you're going to know how to do that is with education. So take the time to really learn more about the strategy that you're trying to dive into. So, first thing to help dissipate the fear, education. It will start alleviating the fear almost instantaneously because it's allowing you a sense of control. Number two way to dissipate fear, and this is going to sound counterintuitive, you kind of have to release the outcome, the expectation of the outcome, knowing that if something goes freakishly wrong or if something goes wrong, it's not the end of the world. It's not a death sentence. So I really dive into this in another video where I actually talk about control because what I'm telling you, the two ways to dissipate fear are more or less be able to take control and also release control. What? So check out the video I've linked below where I actually really kind of dive into both of those and explain that more thoroughly. But in terms of just keeping this video about how to dissipate fear, I think it's very simple. Get more education, not to the point of analysis paralysis. You want to actually be able to make a move, but get more education because I find that most people don't really have the amount that they need in order to not just be blindly aiming for that bullseye. So, and then number two, knowing that if something happens, this is where that control confusion comes in. It might be out of your control, but you still have control to do something about it. And it's not the end of the world. So try that out. If that makes any amount of sense to you, leave comments. And also in the comments, share what things are causing your fear. What are you actually scared that's going to happen? What's holding you back? What are your resistances? Let's talk about this. Let's make it a bigger conversation because I guarantee we've all been there. And if you haven't yet subscribed to my channel, make sure you do that because I have a new video coming out every week. And seriously, all my videos are really aimed to help make you more successful and help you get past whatever might be holding you back. So there you go. Hopefully this helps.